is his and his is mine. A friend became the love of my life. You are my friend.
I'm back. I know. Y'all, I'm back. Back like I never left. Okay. I know lots of questions. Like, what is this? Why do you have it? It'll all be answered very, very soon. But I'm back. And listen, I think because I'm back, it's been a lot that's happened. I need to tell y'all what's been going on and fill y'all in. So we'll do a mini life update. I think y'all deserve that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and I got me a little notepad because I just wanted to make sure that I got everything that I needed to talk about. Okay, making sure I'm not forgetting nothing just for y'all. Okay, but anyways, if you are new here, welcome back to the channel. I am LaToya, aka L Bliss, and make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the vibes if you are new here, and if you're not, welcome back, my sunshines. Okay, so let's get into it. Summer has come and gone. You guys saw a little bit of what was going on in the summertime for me. Some traveling, went to some concerts, Breezy Bowl. I know y'all saw that vlog. If you haven't, it's a vlog right before this, I believe, or maybe two. But anyway, so summer is gone. We are now in the fall season, and oh my gosh, it is here in Atlanta. It's already very chilly. Okay, I'm talking about it's damn near cold. Okay, and I really do enjoy like all of the seasons here in Atlanta, but my God, it is cold. Okay, so we're in fall season. We are not in the winter because I know everybody's screaming winter. We are not there yet. Give us some time to get through the fall. Get our fall looks off. Okay. But yeah. So end of summer, I did go. I supported a few events. And I also went to. I supported a few people. Went to some birthday parties. What else did I do? Was able to gather with friends throughout the summer. Some of them, not everybody, but that's the bulk of my summer. I think my summer was a solid 6. It could have been a lot better. I wish I could have traveled more, but the summer for me it literally was preparing me to fall into my restful state, and we'll get into that in another video. But summer's here. I'll show some, of course, it'll be some things planned so that y'all can see some of the things that I got to go to. I celebrated was it a 40th birthday party? Yep, from one of my homegirls, her man. It was really awesome. I love them. Went to also support one of my friends. She launched a wellness brand, and an amazing event. I did do a reel on my Instagram, so I'll drop that here so that you can follow it. But it was a beautiful event, beautiful first event. Make sure that you follow. It is all about early detection and awareness, providing resources and things for women who have breast cancer, and a resource for preventative measures as well. She's a 2-time survivor, and it was a really awesome event, and I'm so excited to see what she does. Got together with other friends, rekindled some things with friends, and went through some rough patches with friends, family. Got to know some acquaintances and getting to know other people. It's just been a lot. Okay, so summer was lit in terms of that, but yeah, I'm excited to see what the fall brings. Okay, went to homecoming. Yeah, she didn't just go to FAMU. She graduated from FAMU, and Yeah, we got to strike 3 times, okay? But yeah, so went to homecoming this year. I am a graduate alumna of the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. Okay. Um yeah, so went and I was actually celebrating my 20th year as an incoming freshman. So in at FAMU, and I don't know how other colleges do it, but we celebrate your year that you come in as a freshman because we all graduate different years. So 20 years, 2005. Y'all, my little flyway, 2005. Okay, I walked on the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University's campus as this little naive, wild, kind of timid, thought she knew it all, attitude on. Okay. Uh Dress code all over the place, trying to find myself, and walked out a more polished, informed, educated, connected, aware, beautiful being of a woman. And I'm still becoming that woman. But yes, so went there, saw some people that I have not seen in years. And when I say years, I really mean years. Some of them 20 years. Some of them I didn't know because I didn't stay on campus. So my journey was a little bit different, but thank God for friends who stayed on campus, who allowed me to come into their spaces, meet their friends, and form these lifelong connections. But I love going back to homecoming. It really is literally and figuratively for me. Like excuse me, I'm literally going home. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. Okay. And I also attended the #1 public HBCU. I attended there as well. So my journey, it was special, and I truly do go back home to just not only see family but also to see chosen family and friends and just acquaintances and people that we FAMU has connected us and we'll be bonded for life. So shout out to FAMU. It was a beautiful moment. Shout out to J School. That's where I got my communication degree, and it literally molded me into who I am today. It was a part of molding me. So did that and had a really good time, and it was different because I didn't party in the same way. I wasn't drinking heavily and things of that nature. There was some things going on with me, but I still enjoyed myself, and I would say from this summer, I also learned more. Not only okay, so I was saying that this summer really taught me and showed me a lot of different things. It increased my confidence in being alone and doing things alone, and just being more settled in who I am. All of me, though, all of the pieces that make up who I am, but also it showed me to slow down and to appreciate things in a different way. But Anyways, we'll get more into that as well. This is an update. I'm not going to do too much because I can go there. But anyways, shout out to the class, the Also Fly and Also Live class of 2005 freshmen. Our freshman class, this is also a pin that we got for our 20 year as well. And it's so fitting that I decided to record today, and boom, here we go. Okay, shout out to FAMU. All right, so homecoming, check, we did that. Summertime, check, we did that. Okay, big drum roll. Because I had my first event ever. My event, not something that I did for someone else, but my first event. I did it here in Atlanta. I called it a micro event because it's a smaller event that's leading up to a bigger event that I'm going to have very soon. So the event was called, well, the organization, if you don't know, I have a women's group slash organization called Queens Link Up. And this group was founded, and this is just really quick, group was founded for Black women, to give voice to Black women, to provide a safe space for Black women to have conversations, to talk, just to talk, which further helps me with my communication, because that is something that was not as practiced in my household growing up. And that can be explained as well. Not to say we didn't talk, but there's a lot of things we didn't talk about, or that were left unsaid, or that you began to pick up on. Created that group to share resources, advice, and just a safe space to gather, right, and to release. So I've held a lot of events in Florida, back home in Tallahassee, and for years I've been wanting to do an event here. So COVID was the time that I was going to do my first event, and then that happened, and I did an event online, and it was beautiful, and it had a lot of people there. And then after that, I think I kind of just got in my own way, wanting it to be perfect, wanting it to be a certain way. And I really just stopped myself from being creative and creating this space up here. I was in my head a lot, and I also was going through a season of burnout and restoration, which I'm still going through the restoration phase, but it looks different now. So okay, so I knew I owed it to myself to do this for me. One of the things that I'm working on and continuing to work on is being a finisher, finishing what I started. I like to see things through to the end, and that is rewarding to me. So I have been working and encouraging myself and motivating myself to do what I say that I'm going to do, especially with something so special to me. So I did it, okay? And I'll show you a little snippet. Okay, let me show you a snippet now.
I'm like,
Yay!
I'm gonna go, but I love
Finding the balance of it's okay for me to take time for you and not
necessary that we have each other for certain kind of like temperature. Okay,
Go ahead, baby. I love when.
but I still have Apple Music. Okay, so I used Pandora creation for real before it was like trendy. Like you have been putting yourself out there. You have been.
Okay, so back from that. So it was a beautiful event. It was only for up to 8 guests. I did put it out on social media. It was a first come, first serve thing. And there we did like a luxe picnic, if you want to call it that. Had amazing food. We had rosé. We had other cocktails as well. It was a great space where we really did talk, and we really did get down to some amazing things. And so we really did talk. It was a beautiful space. It was decorated beautifully. It was at Colony Square, and we were stopped all night when I was setting it up. People were stopping me when we were there. People were stopping me. They were just like, this is so beautiful. It looks amazing. And it didn't take a lot, but I wanted the focus and the intention to be on creating the vibe. And I know that wherever I go, there is a vibe. Okay. But sometimes we get in our own head, in our own way. And I stepped out of my own way and I did it. And I felt so proud. And the thing about it was supposed to be a month before it actually happened, but the weather was bad. And I just surrendered. And I'm like, God, whatever you have for me, whenever it's supposed to be, it will be. And it was. And it was, everything worked out according to plan. Shout out to the women who participated and came, contributed to the space, and supported me in that way. And I'm excited to continue to expand the community and really just share the gospel and to teach others how to be in community while I am also learning more about being in community with other women. I think it's such important work, and I know I need community. I thrive off of community, and sometimes we just don't know better. Some things I have had to learn the hard way, and I haven't always been my best in these spaces, but I know that when we do come together, it's magical, it is powerful, and I want to bring light to those spaces in a real way. This is not just like a money grab. It is truly it's truly a space, and I'm excited about what's to come. So make sure you're following Queen's Link Up on social media. I'll drop the information here as well, and stay tuned for the next event. It will be popping. And I hope to see some of your beautiful faces there. Okay, next up, let's go ahead and talk about it. So your girl has been experiencing some health challenges, okay? And all of this has been connected to the fibroids that I've mentioned before, but it's been about a 2-year journey, just ups and downs of understanding and experiencing new normals, because this is something that never has been my norm, nor will it ever be, but it is something that I've had to adjust to and deal with. Shit, I won't get into every single thing, but I think it's important to give it words to express the things that I've gone through recently, and basically just say what happened. So over the last 6 months, I've experienced some symptoms, and these were ongoing symptoms that I had been experiencing at different times. It was nothing consistent, but there were things that I was paying attention to when I experienced them. If we go back probably over the last year, I was doing a lot of different things, lifestyle changes, specifically in my diet. I would do alkaline diets and things of that nature, implementing different herbs and minerals into my diet, into my everyday, staying consistent with working out. I also really began to, I'm more so for the holistic approach, and if I have to add the Western medicine in on top of that, I that's typically how I approach things, especially when it comes to my health. But this also, I knew, and I've been doing research and things on my own, but I also understood the need for a mental reset and a mental health approach, like a mental health approach. So I knew that this needed to be tackled inside out. I also understood that my gut health has not been the best for a few years as well. So all of these things matter, but my approach mentally, so more meditation, of course, affirming things, but also the way that I spoke about the fibroids, not calling them mine and owning them. And a friend pointed that out to me one day as well. But changing my approach of how I talk about things, how I talk about my body, praising my body for being healthy, reminding myself how healthy I was. Just all of these things also mattered. And also, believing that my body was doing its work, ridding myself of these different things. Okay. So I say all that to say all of this was happening. Then 6 months ago, I started experiencing some things, didn't really know what was going on, but I knew my annual was coming up. And I went to my annual. And right before I went to my annual, I ended up going to one of my godson's track meets. And there is where it's located, it's a lot of steps. And when I walked up these steps, y'all, I felt like I was going to pass out. Literally short of breath, hunched over. And it really stood out to me because I'm like, why can't I walk up some steps? Mind you, before that, I was experiencing things such as heart palpitations. My heart was speeding up and beating really fast. Sometimes shortness of breath in doing things that are normal for me. Okay. When I was working out, feeling so winded that I could not even do basic things that I know that I was capable of doing. What else? In extreme fatigue, moodiness, all of these things. And some of you probably already know where I'm going with this, but went to my annual. Some things happened there, ran my labs, and of course the labs came back crazy. Okay, there were a few things that were good, but there were a lot of things that were not. And I got an after hours call. Lots of my lab levels were very low. Found out that my iron was extremely low. My hemoglobin was extremely low. My ferritin level was extremely low, on top of other things. I also found out then that I needed to have surgery because of one of the fibroids and where it was positioned and what was going on. And just know that when I left my gynecologist that day, I cried like a freaking baby because I was overwhelmed. I was stressed. I've never had surgery. I'm taking all of this shit in, and my levels are extremely low. And on top of that, I'm starting not to feel so good. Just overall, right? So because I'm like, what's going on with my body? Got a call back from an after hours team member, and they told me that I needed to get to the hospital immediately because my hemoglobin was a extremely low number. Okay, extremely low, and they were concerned, and I needed to immediately go, and I had to have a blood transfusion. So on top of all of this that's been going on, that I found out today, the difficulties that I experienced, I then also found out that I needed to go to the hospital, that I would be admitted, and I needed a blood transfusion. And I'm like, what in the entire hell is going on? I am nervous. I am scared. I'm feeling a little helpless because I don't know what's going on. I know my levels are low. I know that I don't feel bad. I feel okay. So I'm like, what the hell? Had to go get a blood transfusion. Found out while I was in there that everybody was asking me, am I okay? It was a lot of attention on me. I'm like, every time they ask me, they're like, how do you feel? I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, I feel fine. I'm not in pain. But clearly I wasn't my best self. My best feeling self, but I was okay. Like I really was. So what I found out is that people that come there with hemoglobin levels that low, they usually are taken there in the ambulance. They are passed out. Okay, they have passed out. Um, they are in critical condition sometimes, and one of the hematologists let me know. He was like, what we are reassured of is that your body is actually is quite healthy because you have been it's been overcompensating basically for over a year with all these different things you've been feeling. These are clear symptoms and signs of you are severely anemic. Your iron is so low. And because your iron is low, it isn't supporting and doing its job by kind of helping to make more blood. Okay. So there's something that is causing you to lose blood. And, we're going to figure it out. So had to get a blood transfusion. I never had one in my life. I don't know about you guys, but being in the hospital is not something that I love or want or like to do at all. It does not give me a good feeling. And it makes you put a lot of things in perspective. But I got released. I got my levels back up. And now we were on the road to having my surgery, which was scheduled for like a month after I got released from the hospital. So I was put on a big dosage of vitamin D because my vitamin D levels were extremely low. So the fibroid was literally taking the life out of me in so many words. And I was working, trying to alleviate certain things. While those things were working, it was also overpowering my efforts. And so I was on the road for surgery, gearing up for that, taking vitamin D, taking iron supplements. I had to also get 2 iron infusions while I was in the hospital, along with the blood transfusion. And I had to accept the fact that, hey, this is a journey and it's not going to just be better overnight. And this foreign thing is still in my body. It is something in me that is not, it's not supposed to be there, and it's not supposed to do these things. So from September to October, I've had so many appointments. I've had to get labs drawn. I've had to get a transvaginal ultrasound to see where the fibroid is, to see if any other fibroids grew, to see if that fibroid grew, to take more images. I've had to set appointments for iron infusions, just all of these things while trying to maintain and still work out and still take it easy, but also live my life. So it's been so much. It's been so much. And on top of that, probably a little bit over a week before I was set to have my appointment, I got my mom and my godmom to take off to come up here to support me, because I found out that I had to undergo full anesthesia and go under for this procedure. And it was one of the most least invasive procedures / surgeries, but it still was a thing. I've never gone under, so I'm terrified. If we could be real, I'm terrified. So glad to have that support. On top of my best friend, she was supportive. Shout out to the men in my life that live in Atlanta. They've been very helpful. My stepdad Tyrone came up as well. Well, was getting ready to come up. Friends were super supportive when they found out that I had to be in the hospital. People was trying to pull up. I got flowers and chocolate sent to me. Like Rhea was in the trenches with me, sitting up there with me, my brother, my best friend. They came to visit me. I got deliveries of iron rich foods delivered to me by my a friend that I call my girlfriend. She sent that over to me, and just the overall the support of what can I do? Do you need anything? Do I need to be here? Do you need a ride from the hospital? Just it was beautiful, and it further confirmed that it is truly God sent. All of these people just yeah, and I'm not gonna get too much into it, but let me tell y'all, the support, the village, the community is fucking real, and I'm so grateful. Anyways, went to get my labs done about a week and a half out because they have to have them. Got another after hours call. I was making dinner, getting my mind prepared, getting my body prepared, and they said this doctor slash surgeon said, "Hey, your hemoglobin is back low. We cannot put you under with it being this number. You need to go back to the hospital and get another transfusion." Y'all, when I tell you I had to breathe through, I was so frustrated because I did not want to go back to the hospital. I do not enjoy it. It is not for me, and it ain't for you either. But I had to go do it. In order for me to get this procedure, to get this thing removed that's been taking the life out of me, that's been causing me all of these things, like, I had to do it. So I got my shit together. I called a few people, and I had to get grounded because I was in my feels. I needed to work through it, but I also needed to give voice to what I was feeling, the frustration. And thank God for those people that I was able to talk to that talked me off the ledge. It was a lot that I had to take in, the way that he delivered the message. Sometimes I'm unable to receive the message when I get too much in my feels, and what he was saying was valid. I knew that, but I needed a moment. I had my moment, talk to my people. They helped me to see things different ways. I got my bag packed and I moseyed my ass back up to the hospital again to get another transfusion. Y'all, this is not what I pictured, right? And then the other thing that he said was, I also am going to tell them that I suggest that as soon as you get the transfusion, we go ahead and do the procedure. Now I'm freaking out and got in my other blood transfusion that I needed in order to get my procedure. There was a lot on the line, so it made me a little anxious because I really wanted to have this procedure to kind of rid myself of this thing that was causing so much in my life in the last few years. So what I found out is from the ultrasound after the blood transfusion, which actually I didn't have to get admitted. I ended up getting discharged after I did a few units, and that was relieving to me because I wanted to go home. I wanted to be in my bed, and I wanted to prepare myself even more, and I wanted to wait those next few days to have the procedure where it was originally scheduled, so that I could have the support that I needed, because I needed them. I was freaking out. So found out that the fibroid had grown, and the other fibroids, they hadn't grown in the last 2 years, and they weren't impacting anything. So that was good news with some kind of like, oh goodness. So through the weekend, I was piling up on all the steaks and all the iron rich foods that I could get my hands on, beet juice, everything. Okay. I was determined to not have my hemo go back down again, because I'm like, I want to get this done on Tuesday. People have rearranged things, and I wouldn't want them to be traveling prematurely. Ended up getting my blood drawn again. Y'all, when I tell you the arms, it Okay, I'm not gonna make that joke because it was a little sick and twisted. But anyways, the arms, I had all types of bruising and marks and had getting pricked so many times. Y'all don't know how many times this in a month I had gotten these labs drawn, IVs from these transfusions, just all of these things. So, anyways, I went, got it drawn on that Monday. And I'm just praying to God, like, God, if this is meant, let it be. And also, Lord, let it be. Okay. And my hemo didn't drop at all. So I was good to go. And we were on schedule for the surgery. Now, going into the surgery, I was a nervous wreck. I'm not gonna lie. Anything with going under, um, it just, you want to hope for the best, but the unknown is scary. So I was going into this surgery, and I was a little terrified, and I was leaning on others for additional strength. And I'm glad I had my mom and my godmom and my stepdad and my brother, and so many other people that directly helped me, as well, and was there. My best friend, my cousin, and my family. Even though that wasn't here, they were very supportive and just ready to be here and just encouraging me. And my friends, my some of my Atlanta crew, they were very encouraging to me as well, to be like, hey, it's gonna be fine. You know whose you are protected, you are good, like all of these things, y'all. So it took a lot because I didn't want to go, but I knew I had to. Long story short, so I can finish this up, went had a very successful surgery. I am still recovering, so I am moving slow. I am slowing down. It's a recurring theme in my life, and I am so grateful to my gynecologist who performed the procedure, and a surgeon. She performed the procedure. It was successful. The fibroid was removed, and this fibroid in particular, okay, it grew. She was like, it was way bigger than when we first saw it, and I saw it was in theory like the size of a one of those brown potatoes. Okay, that was in me and taking things from me, my nutrients and the things that help me to be well on a daily, impacted my iron levels and everything. So it was removed. And I'm so grateful to God for just being in the room, being the hands, and being with the anesthesiologist, and everybody that I encountered was so full of life and so encouraging, and just it, it was better than I could have expected. I don't remember much, okay, but I'm just grateful for the results, and I pray that this was the sole reason for all the things that I have been experiencing. And I know that I'm going into recovery, and just being a better version of myself physically, mentally, um, because of this. So yeah, that happened and has been happening, and I'm fresh off the table. Okay? Um, and praise God, I'm still here, and all is well. Yeah, all is well. So that's been going on. So the last thing I would say is, through the summer to the fall transition, I have been purposefully and intentionally living out loud more. There have been a lot of different lessons in life that have come together, and just understandings, coming more into a fuller understanding of a lot of concepts and a lot of things in my life. But one of the things that I have been intentionally really doing is living in the actual life that I desire, that I want for myself, and also along with restoration, rediscovery, the rediscovery of all of who I am, and literally holding space for all of those things, and get into the root of these things that I might have challenges with, addressing them, speaking out against some of these things. I encourage every woman to watch the recent interview. It's with Tracy Ellis Ross, who is a shero of mine. I adore her. I adore where she is in life, how the work that she's done to get where she is. Of course, let me get the fashion, the whole wardrobe, but just her essence in who she is. But watch that interview because there were so many things. It's like it really is true for so many women, especially Black women. Man, the more we get to be older, we get so much wiser, and the things that she's sharing is truly for us, and it is so helpful. But it's inspiring as well. But watch that interview, okay? Watch that interview. But it also contributed to where I am in my own thinking. Just like I was mentioning earlier, so many of those concepts and understandings are coming together. And one of the things that I have been journaling about and just putting words to is really defining who I am and getting to be her and working towards being her. And that takes a lot of work too. Just like what Tracy was saying in the interview, lots of questioning yourself, asking the questions and finding out the things that I like, that I want to be, what makes me happy, the things that don't make me happy, and what makes me feel fulfilled in this world. What is it that I want to leave behind? What is it that that fuels me? What are some of the things that I don't like? What are some of the things that aren't working for me anymore? Literally, this is the luxury that I think is luxury. I get to define that. I get to decide that. I get to create that. And that is a blessing. I am so lucky. I am so lucky to have that opportunity, and I am unafraid and unapologetic about defining those things and putting words to them and feeling. And I'm learning to hold more space for myself, y'all. In that this is a part of that living out loud, to give voice to certain things, and to hold more space for the ugly, right? The parts of me that I feel like might be unlovable sometimes, that people literally love me through. I'm learning to love that, to learn me making mistakes and not being perfect, and understanding just so much more. But this is all a part of my approach to living more loud and living more in my truth. There are so many more things that I want to accomplish, and I want to be, and I want to look like, and I want to feel like. And I think for so many years I might have felt afraid. I might have felt unworthy. I might have felt like it wasn't the time, and it was me holding myself back in so many ways. But I'm excited to live more loudly now and in 2026. And speaking of that, with living more loudly comes me being and doing the things that are of interest, and not just making these hobbies out of things that are aesthetically pleasing. that ain't cool to me. I really want to get into the things that make me feel fucking good. And I understand that life is so up and down, and it is never going to be perfect all the time. It's no thing such thing as perfect, but there is this thing in me that wants to ensure that I can find that state of being joyful or being at peace no matter what storm comes, because it's gonna come and they're gonna go as well. But that is real life, finding your state of peace within the midst of everything. And I'm learning to do that more and find that place within, because I had to find it on the surgery table when I was by myself, and it was nobody but me and God. That is the source that provides that state of peace, that strength, that love. And and I know it sounds crazy, but it's a lot of rewiring that goes along with my approach to living out loud, because the brain tricks you, because it just wants to do things to appease you. It wants to make you happy, and it is a lot of it is based in what is familiar, even if it's not good for you. And understanding that and knowing that it's a lot that got to be rewired up in this. Okay. But anyways, so we're living out loud. We're doing more. We're finding out who we are, unapologetically being us, no matter what, and whatever comes with that. Okay. And speaking of that, in that, I am doing the things that I love. So more content creation, just more creation, period. More things in fashion and also in communication, but also there's some special projects that'll be coming out. One of them, I'm kind of giving some hints to it, but I can't tell y'all what it is just yet, but just know it's coming and it's going to be dope as fuck. And it's something that I've been wanting to do. Also, writing more books, more ebooks are coming. I got it in me, and I am so excited to release it and to package it and give it and just do more storytelling, because I love it. And I'm really actually very good at it. I just don't, I don't consistently do the shit for me, but that changes, and it has been changing. And so I'm excited. So in a nutshell, that's all that's been going on with me, y'all. I know that was kind of long, but you needed to know all the tea before we go into everything else. Vlogmas is coming up too. Bear with me, y'all. I'm getting used to this type of microphone and the angle of the camera and all that good stuff. But anyways, like I was saying, lots of things that I am excited for. Definitely was past time for us to get together and for you guys to get a mini update about what's been going on, what's been happening, where have I been, and the things I've been growing through. Because goddamn. And listen, I ain't saying I'm special. I know life is happening with everyone, but this is my space, and I'm excited to just create more, but also, let you guys know what's been going on. But anyways, so that's what's been happening with me. Okay. Let me know in the comments what stood out to you. And if you've been going through anything similar, please drop that in the comments and let me know what's been going on, or any advice that you can provide to any of those things that I discussed and talked about. I'm excited to also make more content educating on different things as well. But yeah, lots of good things coming up, y'all. Thanks again for watching today's video. I hope it was informative. I hope it got you up to speed on what's been going on in my life. And we back. Okay, let me know any videos that you want to see, information that you're needing from me or wanting to hear from me. Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and we'll see you in the next video.